Hey everybody, it's your girl Success. I want to talk to you guys today about the topic of strange fruit hanging from peculiar trees. And the concept is coming out of the many scenarios in the Bible where the Bible talks about Jesus being the vine and how we are the branches, and then you'll have other parables where it talks about we are the trees, and it talks about how a good tree cannot bear bad fruit and a bad tree cannot bear bad fruit. I'm coming from that kind of concept that the Lord has been kind of opening my understanding to. And the topic of strange fruit is coming to light because of believers, myself included, believers who were supposed to be representing Christ, representing God in a certain light, and yet the fruit that we're bearing is strange. And it's not just strange in that it's peculiar to the unbelievers who, the things that we do as Christians are peculiar anyway, because we're considered to be a peculiar people, because of, the things that we do, which should be contradictory to the things that the world do. So it's not so much it's coming from the point that it's strange to unbelievers, but it's strange to us as believers, the fruit that is being displayed, that is evident, by some of us who are believers. And like I said, I'm putting myself in that category because, I've had my moments as well, and which is why I believe the Lord is bringing it to my attention, is that, we're peculiar, which is another word for strange or odd, right? The Bible says that we are a peculiar people. It also tells us that we are to be like Christ, right? So in different translations, there was an adjective of the word strange that was used to describe Christ. And so if Christ was considered strange, and we're considered strange or peculiar just because of who we are as Christians, then we're in good company if we're doing what Jesus did, right? And people are calling us strange. But what happens is when what people see in regards to our behavior or the things that we do or the things that we say, when people see that, and I'm talking about other believers, and they consider that strange, then that's kind of wrong, right? That's something that should not be happening, because again, if we're calling ourselves believers and followers of Jesus Christ, and we're supposed to be bearing good fruit, then that's what should be evident in us. But of course, as people say, we're only human. Yes, we are. Some people say, oh, no, it doesn't take all of that. Whatever the scenario is, whatever the comments are, at the end of the day, if the fruit that we're bearing is not pleasing to the Lord and it's coming across as strange, then if who we're representing is God, is Christ, then we're not doing a good job, y'all. We're not doing a good job. It's something that we need to take note of. And you know what? As I'm talking and as I'm sharing this right now, I'm just becoming even more mindful of just the other things that the Lord has been showing to me because of these last days that we're in, guys. There's just so much that we need to pay more attention to as believers, as followers of Christ. That's what we're supposed to be. And I distinguish between the two because not every believer is a follower. I'm just saying. And that's something for a whole nother video. But that's what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be following his example. And his example came across as strange a lot of the times to even the religious leaders and the Pharisees and, people around him, because he was different. We are supposed to be, guys, I can't stress this enough, in these days, in this time that we're living in, we are supposed to be different. It's whether it's the way that we walk, whether it's the way that we talk, whether it's the things that we refuse to do, or the things we refuse to look at, or the places we refuse to go. We are supposed to be different, and we need to do that, especially now, because there are so many things that are going on in this world that are now no longer normative or the norm, but now it's just like the new norm, which is not even better than the old norm, right? But It's still things that are going on that are evident of the last days that we're in that we need to be mindful of, right? So just food for thought today, and I hope it's been a blessing. Bye.